Like when we've met to just kind of check my investments once a year or whatever, just to kind of go over them, I really feel like I leave with a much better understanding.
Yes, I would love to have a
review.
yes.
Okay.
We do that over the phone.
Okay.
Because there's just, it's just home and auto.
Good.
It's just,
Good. Okay.
but when you've got the 403B and the Roth and
Mhm.
all that, and then you need more of a, when sub-accounts and all those, then you definitely need to sit down and look at how those are and how to adjust them from year to year, depending on the market.
Personally, for me, I keep track on it on my own quite a bit, and so even these invitations, I didn't respond to them because I'm fine, and because I kind of keep track, and I actually get regular estimates on car insurance and my homeowner's insurance to see if I actually am getting the best value for my money, and so so for me personally, because I stay up on it, I don't feel the need I need it. I know there's other people that probably would really like it.
I've moved several times over the last few years, and so currently I have renter's insurance also besides car insurance, and that's helped me to realize, even just knowing where I live and what you know, the firewalls and the fact that it could be in a flood area, all of those kinds of things, you know, kind of make me more aware of where I may be moving to next, and the distance from home to work. You know, so then that kind of goes the car insurance hand in hand. So for me, that's been very beneficial with reviewing it and seeing, can I lower my rates or why did they go up?
I've gotten a postcard maybe once every 6 months or once a year. Hey, it's been a long time since we looked at your 403B, so I make the phone call, I send the email, and nothing.
So when we set that up, we talked about like, what's the balance on your mortgage? Like if you want to send your kids to college, like how much would you spend? So I felt like I didn't just walk away with like, oh, okay, I have this much money. It's like I have this much money, but I'm planning to pay for these things, and I don't have to worry about these things. So it wasn't just like, oh, you need $1 million. Like it was like, okay, this is what you want. This is what you would want taken care of. So let's go through these and figure out how much it was. So
Okay, and you did that.
yeah.
And so at the end, were you satisfied?
Yeah, and I felt like, okay, what I want taken care of is going to get taken care of, not just some big sum of money that I'm like, well, shoot, I hope that covers it all. Or like, gosh, why would I need this much money? Or, you know, it's just what I needed.
Okay, so it's connecting it to the goals that you would have.
Yeah.
Specifically.
And I feel like, you know, like he was saying, I don't feel like they're ever trying to blindside you and add more stuff to pad the bill. I always feel like they're trying to work with you to save. Even if it's only a little bit, it makes you feel like they're looking out. You know, like, oh, let's see if we can get this down. And, you know, maybe $7 a month isn't going to really matter, but it makes you feel like they're looking out for you. And not just like, oh, let's slip in an extra $7. They're never going to notice.
Signed up, for instance, for auto insurance. The questions they asked were to help us get as low as possible or the premium down.
Like we have 3 cars, but then we, so she went over, you know, here's where you're at. Have you thought about defensive driving? Or, you know, have you, do you belong to an organization, an educator organization? What organizations do you belong to? And so, you know, so I told her, she says, oh yeah, you get a discount for that. Send me a copy of your membership card. You know, we've got that covered. We also, we started talking about the house, you know, and so she sent me information and kind of an estimate of what, you know, what the coverage would be and what the cost would be. So my husband and I are now having a conversation about, you know, like moving it all over to Horace Mann. She talked about seniors, because my husband just turned 66, and so it was like, hey, did you know that they have these special classes that you can take for driving, and you can get this discount? And we're like, no, we didn't know that. So, so it was pretty thorough.